Steph, Paulo Antunes, ESPN Brazil. When people talk about the greatest shooters of all time, they often mention you and they mention your teammate, Klay. Call you guys the Splash Brothers. I'm wondering if you guys ever talk about that nickname, the Splash Brothers, and if that's kind of if you guys have a special bond, since you guys are always mentioned as some of the best shooters in the history of the NBA.
Not as much as you might think. I think we obviously appreciate each other's talent and skill, and we motivate each other with, every time we step on the floor, if he gets hot, I'm like, I want to do what Klay's doing, and kind of, vice versa. So probably the only thing is when people make up those random stats, Mark Medina knows really well. This year, we the only teammates that make 200 threes in 7 consecutive seasons. It's that's really specific, right? But we got a nice little cutout of a little billboard kind of vibe, or poster I can put on our wall, and I made sure I got Klay one so he knows we're in this together. That type of vibe. But other than that, when people call it out, we answer it. We're always just trying to be great, continue to get better. And probably the funniest thing is when we're getting shots up at practice, after practice, we're on the same court but on different goals. And out of the corner of our eye, we're always looking at each other to see how many we made in a row, or we get happy when each other misses and get a good kick out of that. So that's probably the only kind of weird thing we do.
After the Bash Brothers in Oakland in baseball, McGuire and Canseco, how much do you appreciate the term, the Splash Brothers? Is that pretty cool for you?
Yeah, it'll be something that will probably be remembered way down the line when we're done playing. But, yeah, it's just the privilege to play with somebody that can shoot the ball as well as he can and can do it consistently over and over again, and is always trying to find ways to get better. In the moment, that's what you appreciate the most. And even like Mark Jackson talking about, calling us the greatest backcourt in the history of the game when he did, and trying to speak it into existence. We're trying to make him a prophet.
Klay, Paulo Antunes, ESPN Brazil. I just asked Steph Curry about the bond that you guys share, being the Splash Brothers and everything. He just said that in some practice sessions, you guys will have some friendly competitions where you'll be on one side, he'll be on the other, and he'll kind of peek over and kind of root against you a little bit there. Can you speak to that, what kind of bond you guys have and the friendly competition that you guys share on the practice court?
I mean, he's been a great teammate for 8 years, even a better friend. And you root for guys like Steph because he doesn't take any shortcuts. He works extremely hard. He's a family man. And he's just a prime example of what you want your leader to be, a huge ambassador to the community. And hopefully, we can go down as one of the greater backcourts to ever play. And obviously, it's been a very beneficial partnership for both of us. And couldn't imagine playing with any other point guard because we got such a great chemistry. We know each other's favorite spots, where we want the ball. And, yeah, I'm just thankful to share the backcourt with him because he's such a selfless, amazing competitor and teammate.